Imagine standing in the heart of a place that feels untouched by time, an ancient world hidden beneath the layers of our modern society. It's the kind of place that doesn't appear on typical travel guides, yet its beauty and mystery call out to those who are willing to look beyond the obvious. Think of sunken cities beneath turquoise waters, forgotten temples hidden deep in the jungle, or ancient ruins buried in the mountains. What if I told you that some of the most incredible wonders of the world aren't the ones you see in your social media feeds or tour brochures? What if they've been lying in plain sight, waiting to be rediscovered by those with the courage to search beyond the surface? In this video, we'll uncover those hidden gems, forgotten wonders that have been eclipsed by time, but still carry the same awe and magic that once captured the hearts of the world. Let's take a journey through history and reveal these lost marvels, waiting to be seen again in all their forgotten glory. We've all experienced it, haven't we? That moment when you walk into a place and something feels different. The air smells richer, heavier with history. The ground beneath your feet has a story to tell. It's almost as if the space itself is alive, waiting for you to listen. I remember visiting a quiet town in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by mountains and silence. The kind of place you pass by without a second thought. But when I stepped onto the cobbled streets, something clicked. There was history in every stone. Forgotten history, sure, but history nonetheless. And it struck me. This wasn't just a town that time had passed by. It was a place that had lived, breathed, and shaped the world in ways we might never fully understand. This brings me to the places we're going to talk about today. Forgotten wonders that you'll rarely see on the typical must-visit lists. We're talking about the lost temples in Cambodia, sunken cities under the deep blue sea, and ancient relics buried in the heart of the Amazon jungle. These places have stories we've long overlooked, but today, we're going to change that. Like the powerful spirit of New Orleans that rose from the ashes of Hurricane Katrina, these wonders may have been forgotten, but they've never been lost. They're still here, waiting for someone like you to rediscover them. And as we uncover their secrets, you might just begin to see the world and your own life in a whole new light. Take a moment and think about this. There are places that haven't been touched in centuries, hidden deep in jungles, underwater, or buried beneath layers of history. And while many of us know about the iconic wonders of the world, like the pyramids of Egypt or the Great Wall of China, there's a whole other side to our planet's history that remains largely untouched. One such place is the Temple of the Tiger, hidden deep in the Cambodian jungle. It's not in the typical tourist guides, and most travelers never see it, but it's one of the most awe-inspiring and mysterious sights in all of Southeast Asia. The jungle slowly reclaims it each year, with vines creeping over the stone, hiding its secrets from the world. But what if I told you that this temple, built in honor of the mighty tiger, still whispers ancient stories? Stories of kings, warriors, and civilizations long forgotten. But let's not forget about the sunken wonders beneath the sea. Have you heard of the Sunken Temple in Lake Titicaca, sitting quietly beneath the surface of the sacred waters of the Incas? The temple's stone foundations are sometimes revealed, peeking out from beneath the water when the levels drop. When you dive into that deep blue, you'll feel the quiet power of the past, like the temple is watching you, reminding you that not all history can be touched by time. And then there's the Amazon, the forgotten heart of Earth's wonders. Buried deep within its dense foliage is a city that has slipped into legend, the lost city of Z. It's not a city that you'll find on any map, but if you dig deep enough into the jungle's depths, you'll find it. An entire civilization, hidden for centuries, waiting for explorers brave enough to face the wild. These are the places few people talk about, the ones that have faded into the background of modern history, overshadowed by more popular destinations. But here's the thing. These places are far from gone. They are still alive, and they're waiting for us to rediscover them. When most people think of lost cities or forgotten wonders, they tend to think of them as relics of the past, things that are no longer relevant. There's a certain stigma around these places, that they're simply ruins, relics of an age gone by. But we don't see them that way, and I bet you don't either. These places aren't just relics. They're living testaments to something more profound. These are the places where the fabric of history still pulses with life. They are proof that there's more to our world than what's easily visible. People often look at a crumbling building or an ancient ruin and see failure, decay. But what we see is potential. Potential for rediscovery, potential for transformation. These places aren't forgotten. They're waiting to be awakened. Think about it. While most people turn their backs on these forgotten places, we embrace them. We see them for what they are, a world full of untold stories, untapped beauty, and lessons that can only be learned from embracing the past. So while the world moves on, we remain curious, eager to explore, to understand, and to uncover what's been hidden for too long. The truth is, the wonders that everyone else ignores are the ones that hold the deepest mysteries. They are the places that remind us there's always more to see, more to learn, and more to discover. Cities like Detroit have been written off as failures. When the car factories closed and the city's economy collapsed, it seemed like Detroit's story was over. But here's the twist. From that very collapse, new beginnings are emerging. Artists, entrepreneurs, and creators have moved in, transforming abandoned factories into art galleries, turning empty streets into places of culture and creativity. It's the same with the forgotten wonders of the world. Sure, the cities and temples we talk about today have been forgotten by many, but that doesn't mean they're lost. Every forgotten place has the potential for reinvention. Just as Detroit is finding new life, so too can these ancient wonders. It's about seeing beyond the surface and finding the beauty beneath the ruins. Just think about it. The Temple of the Tiger in Cambodia, its stones weathered by centuries of nature's embrace, isn't just a place to visit, it's a symbol of resilience. The city beneath Lake Titicaca isn't just submerged, it's waiting for the water to reveal it once again. The lost city of Z isn't lost, it's simply waiting for the right explorer to bring it back into the light. These places have faced adversity. They've been forgotten, but their stories aren't over. If anything, they're about to begin a new chapter. This is the breakthrough moment. It's time to stop seeing abandoned places and forgotten wonders as lost causes. Just like Detroit, these wonders are far from finished. They are in the middle of their own reinvention, waiting for the right person, like you, to rediscover them. It's not just about old buildings or crumbled temples. It's about what happens next. The ancient city beneath Lake Titicaca, the jungle-covered temples in Cambodia, these are places of transformation. They've been through hardships, yes, but it's precisely because of those challenges that they have so much to teach us. Just like these places, we all have the ability to rise, to transform, and to find beauty even in the hardest of times. These forgotten wonders show us something incredible. History is never stagnant. It's always shifting, always moving, and always ready to be rediscovered. Whether it's the lost temples of Cambodia, the sunken cities beneath the oceans, or the jungle-covered ruins of the Amazon, these wonders are proof that there's always more to discover, no matter how hidden, no matter how forgotten. If you've enjoyed uncovering the stories of these hidden gems, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. The world is full of mysteries just waiting to be uncovered, and I'm so glad you're along for the journey.